Hello and welcome back to another shave. Today is my third attempt at an edge on this Geneva Cutlery 11/16 razor. The last two attempts have indicated to me that the steel really can't hold the edge on this razor. So after yesterday's second attempt, I took it back to the stones. Went through the Makawa Asano series of Botan, Tenju, Mihiro, and then I did a Nakayama Toma, all on an Azuko Japanese natural stone. I spent a lot of time at the Botan slurry stage, which is the most coarse, to see if I can get back to good steel on this blade. Now the blade itself has seen better days. There you go. You can I'm going to go in and let it try to find. There you go. It's seen better days. I have done no work on this blade. So today's the third attempt, and I'm going to shave and talk a little bit about my strategy on this razor. I'm using, for the soap today, Subtle Art Soaps, Citrus Bay Rum. Love this soap. I'm using an AP Shave Co. brush with a cashmere synthetic knot. Wow, I just love this scent. I'm a sucker for a bay rum scent, but the kick that the citrus adds to this is really special. So we're just going to use, I'm not going to compare it to Cajun Blaze razor. I just want to see how this new edge shaves, see if it holds the edge better than it has before. I kind of think it won't. But you never know till you try. Given the amount of the number of markings on the blade, my guess is that somebody went at it with a buffer of some sort and kind of gave up. And so my inclination is that the temper is not so good. The as opposed to the steel not being able to hold the angle. It does not look to me as if the spine has been ground, and so the 16-degree angle that I'm measuring, I'm assuming is typical for these Geneva Cutlery razors of this size. And they do, part of the reason I bought this one was because they have a reputation of being pretty good value. And this one came in an eBay auction bid of win of two razors. And the auction price that I paid was $25. So this razor is effectively a $12.50 razor. If the steel doesn't work out, the scales are pretty good. So $12.50 for a set of scales that I can use at some point is still a good value. As before, the first strokes feel good, and you know, if it degrades, which I kind of think it will, but you know, we're experimenting. As it degrades, then it will continue to feel comfortable, but it won't cut as well. Great soap, Joe. Joe occasionally watches these, so in the event that he does, this is really just a great soap. I have it's wet and goopy, so I'm in full boom shakalaka mode here. Hope you're all doing well. Kind of a high frequency of videos from me. And I'm really doing this one because there was so much feedback on the last one. People offering suggestions of how to handle getting an edge on this razor, and I truly appreciate that. I think it's you know, that people feel willing to offer analysis and suggestions is great. I don't mind that a bit. One of the suggestions that I have from multiple people was to tape the edge to create a wider bevel angle and therefore create more mass. You know, create more steel right behind the apex and therefore more strength, so that the edge doesn't break down as readily. And if this was a razor that I cared about and that I wanted to use and preserve, that would be something I'd consider. But the other side of that is I would like for it to I'd prefer to have the razor have use its natural, as close to the design designed in bevel angle that's defined from by the spine width and the width of the blade. Using tape increases the spine width and therefore increases the angle of the two bevels as they come into the apex. And I'm not, in general, a fan of that. I don't do it for my own razors. I like having, I like razors that fall in the 15 to 18 degree range are very comfortable to shave with for me and statistically for others. And guess what? We have a really good first pass, especially in the areas that are typically were not good with this razor before. So so I prefer to not tape the spine because I want the spine to wear with each sharpening. And the reason for that is the razor gets shorter every time you sharpen it. Whether you use tape or not, it gets sharper, it gets shorter. If you allow the spine to wear, then the relationship between the spine width and the blade width remains relatively constant, which means your bevel angle stays pretty close to the same number every time you sharpen the razor. And I'm buying these razors to try a ton of edges on them. So I intend to sharpen it a lot. And to compare edges, I don't want to be changing the bevel angle every time I sharpen it. If I use tape on the spine, then the spine width doesn't wear, which means that the spine thickness doesn't change. And so as the razor gets shorter, the bevel angle gets wider. So for the purpose of this razor, and I have another one on the way, you know, I want to sharpen it a lot. I don't want the bevel angle to be a variable. If the spine is allowed to wear, then when I try a new edge, I'm not also trying that edge with a new bevel angle. Now the perfectionists among you are going to say, well, you know, how do you know that the spine wears in the same exact amount that the blade width shortens? And you know, you don't. It probably doesn't. But the change in bevel angle is moderated tremendously by allowing the spine to wear. It's definitely not moderated at all if you tape the spine. So that's my explanation. If I had a razor, and the custom razors that I have specifically told the maker that I intend to lay the spine down without tape. So you know, do some spine work, you know, and I have some razors that have some wonderful spine work, but they're still designed to have that spine laid down on the stone and incur some spine wear. Now the other thing that you find is that out there in the wild, the razors that you come across that have pretty egregious spine wear tend to have been sharpened really poorly. And so, you know, I have some wedges, Wade and Butcher wedges. One of which that was extremely well cared for, and another that was not. The extremely well cared for one, the spine wear, yeah, it's got 150 years of use, but it looks darn good. So with proper honing technique, spine wear is not the awful thing, at least in my opinion, that it's made out to be. And for me, razors are to be used. I want to use them. I want them to perform as well as they can. And again, if the bevel angle falls into that 15 to 18 range, my shaving technique can adapt to it. I have a my River Razor 6/8, which I haven't used in quite a while. That has a bevel angle of 19.2 degrees, and I notice it. I really have to pay attention when I'm sharpening with it. Slightly high angle with that razor becomes uncomfortable. And I'm going to grind it. That'll be I have the technique I'm going to use. I'm still working on, so it's going to be quite a while before you see that video. But I'll make a video of it. I want to make sure. I'm going to let Boris know that I'm doing it, so that he can be sitting down with a strong drink when he comes across a video of me wailing away on his razor. And it's a gorgeous razor, so I fully intend to take care of it in when I alter the bevel angle, narrow the bevel angle. And no, I'm not going to do it with convex hones. And by the way, that's, in my mind, that's the primary advantage of the convex hone, is that it can reach in and grind away metal, thinning the cross section of metal behind the apex, thinning it based upon the convexity of the stone. That's why now the other advantage is that the thinning potentially adds flexibility. I know that there's data behind there's cutting data that kind of proves through experiment that a thinner mass moving through cutting through a material cuts better than a thicker mass. So that they are cut tests that show that. I don't know of anything. What am I doing? I don't know of anything that anything that's concrete data about thinness of the blade with regard to feel, but a lot of people talk about a nice flexible blade. Personally, I don't care. Whether it's flexible or whether it's stiff, I don't care from the way I shave, but a lot of people do. So that's an advantage. Potentially of convex honing is that it not only does it thin the bevel beyond what the natural geometry of the razor is, but that thinning also adds some flexibility. For me, the biggest advantage is the thinning. So I'm going to thin the River Razor without using convex honing. But I shouldn't be announcing it. That now that's a good shave. That's the best shave I've had with that razor. That is what I would expect for a fresh Jnat edge. That's what I would expect from a fresh Jnat edge. Okay, I'm going to clean up and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. This is the AP Shave Co. Brush. I can't remember what I think this is like lemongrass or something, the handle here. It'll be in the description. I do remember this is a cashmere synthetic knot. This is a great brush. I really enjoy this one. For the aftershave, I'm using the Citrus Bay Rum aftershave from Joe at Solar Soaps. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful soap and scent. This is one I could easily use every day, but with over 150 soaps, that's probably not going to happen. There's some alcohol in there, which I like. Feels really, really good. Antiseptic feeling, really like it. Let's go with the Yardley Gold Talc today. Feels really good shave. I'm betting when I inspect the edge, I'm going to see about the same wear that I did before. Perhaps same wear, but perhaps less chipping. I think this is the best performance so far. Pretty much the same edge 3 times. So I feel like maybe I'm working back to fresh metal with this $12 razor. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to do a live stream sometime this weekend with a same process, Jnat, Asano Asano progression, either Azuko or Nakayama base stone. But I'm going to do that with a Dovo Bismarck, which will take that edge really well. So I'll schedule that so you'll get notifications if you're a subscriber. All 12 of you, I haven't really checked. Anyway, thanks very much. I look forward to your comments. Take care. Bye. So this is a Microscope video, a scan of the edge, showing edge wear for this shave. And what you're seeing is really far less. You're really looking at pretty much a fresh edge. Remember that this is a Jnat edge, and you're looking at it under very high magnification. This is 800x magnification. So the little bit of toothiness is often what you see with a fresh edge. The depth of these teeth is in the 1 to 2 micron range, which is imperceptible on the face. You really can't feel this level of toothiness. What's different about this edge versus the previous ones is I'm not seeing a lot of rolling, and I'm not seeing any significant chipping. I see a little bit of the effect of stropping, which would be normal, but really pretty good. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.